BTS's Taehyung and Jungkook have just released behind-the-scenes footage from the filming of the Hooligan MV, and this will surprise you. The camera crew staff were even moved to tears seeing how Taehyung and Jungkook were both very romantic and professional during the filming process. Taehyung and Jungkook's love has become known worldwide, yet many haters still cannot accept this. I only want to share the story of their love. For those who dislike them or feel like hating, please try to respect Taekook. Taehyung and Jungkook mean everything to me. Seeing them kissing, hugging, and being affectionate on the filming set makes me extremely happy. I hope you can feel the same way too. Please don't spread hate. Watch the continuation of this video and don't miss it. Before we start, make sure you're ready to love this moments. Welcome to VKook. Amid the bustling atmosphere of the Hooligan MV filming set, filled with artificial smoke and neon lights, everyone's attention seemed to be drawn to the natural magnetism between Taehyung and Jungkook. Although the concept of the song was fierce and energetic, the atmosphere surrounding the two of them felt warm and full of affection. Taehyung was seen sitting in the corner of the set, allowing the makeup artist to fix small details on his face, yet his eyes never truly left Jungkook. Jungkook, who had just finished performing a solo scene, immediately approached Taehyung without caring about the sweat soaking his forehead and neck. As the distance between them closed, Jungkook naturally rested his hand on Taehyung's shoulder, giving a small massage that made Taehyung close his eyes for a moment. The interaction happened so smoothly and spontaneously, showing how accustomed they were to comforting each other amid their packed schedule. One of the camera staff who was tidying cables nearby smiled faintly at the sight. For him, watching Taehyung and Jungkook interact was a form of entertainment that helped ease the fatigue after hours of working under the intense filming lights. "They truly have a world of their own," whispered a stylist to a camera assistant, who responded with an agreeing nod. Both of them could only stare, captivated by how romantically Taehyung looked at Jungkook, while the magne excitedly talked about his earlier dance scene. When it was time for lunch break, Taehyung specifically brought a bottle of water for Jungkook before the younger man even had the chance to ask. Small gestures like these were often captured by camera lenses during breaks, making the staff feel as if they were witnessing scenes from a romantic movie. A senior cameraman who had frequently worked with BTS shared his thoughts with a colleague beside him. "I've seen many artist couples over the years, but the sincerity between Taehyung and Jungkook is truly different. Very calming to watch." Taehyung was then seen gently wiping dust from Jungkook's cheek with his thumb, a gesture that felt highly intimate yet incredibly natural. Jungkook remained still, accepting the attention with a sweet smile that he rarely showed in public in such a way. The reactions of the staff on set were very positive. They didn't feel disturbed. Instead, they felt that the positive energy from the pair spread throughout the entire team. The filming atmosphere, which was usually tense due to tight schedules, became far more relaxed and enjoyable because of their presence. "Seeing them happy like that makes our workload feel lighter," said one of the production team members while watching Taehyung and Jungkook laugh together in front of the monitoring screen. They appeared to complement each other's performance in the clip that had just been recorded. Even when the weather at the filming location turned very cold due to strong winds, Taehyung did not hesitate to give his jacket to cover Jungkook's back. He made sure Jungkook stayed warm, even though he himself wore only a thin t-shirt as part of his stage costume. Jungkook returned the kindness by wrapping his arms tightly around Taehyung's waist, pulling him closer so they could share warmth in the biting night air. The sight made several female staff members on set hold their breath, feeling deeply touched by their romance. "This couple truly defines looking after one another," commented a photographer who accidentally captured the moment on camera. He felt lucky to witness the gentle side of the two global stars behind the closed scenes. Every time the director shouted, "Cut!" Taehyung and Jungkook almost always ended up in the same corner, whether just to sit quietly side by side or whisper to each other. Their presence for one another seemed to be their main source of energy to finish the exhausting shoot. A lighting staff member even joked that he didn't need to set the lights too bright if the two of them were there, because their aura of happiness was already enough to illuminate the location. The joke was met with laughter from other staff who felt the same about their closeness. The warmth of their love behind the scenes of the Hooligan MV became a beautiful secret felt by the entire crew working that day. There was no pressure, no drama. Only two souls loving each other and giving unconditional support. As the shoot neared its end, Taehyung gave Jungkook a brief yet tight hug as a sign of gratitude for his hard work. Jungkook returned it with a gentle pat on Taehyung's back, a silent promise that they would always be there for each other on any stage. In the end, the Hooligan MV filming concluded with great success, leaving sweet memories for the staff about a romantic pair. They went home with warm hearts, carrying stories about how beautiful Taehyung and Jungkook's loving relationship appeared behind the dazzling cameras. After the filming session ended, the atmosphere on set slowly became calmer, yet Taehyung and Jungkook were still seen chatting near stage props that were being dismantled. Taehyung gently fixed strands of Jungkook's hair that had been messed up by the wind, while Jungkook held Taehyung's wrist, his thumb softly stroking it as if reluctant to let go of the peaceful moment after a long day of hard work. Several crew members who were still busy packing audio equipment occasionally glanced at them with restrained smiles. It felt as if they were watching the epilogue of a romantic drama with a happy ending, where the two main characters finally found time for themselves. A field coordinator whispered to his colleague that seeing them together was the best sweetener, after nearly 20 hours of physically exhausting filming. Not long after, Jungkook was seen taking out his phone and inviting Taehyung to take a selfie together against the backdrop of the dimming set. Taehyung playfully rested his head on Jungkook's shoulder, creating a pose that felt deeply intimate and sincere. One documentation staff member who witnessed it felt deeply touched, believing that the love they radiated was far stronger than any spotlight on the set. The warmth continued into the catering area behind the set, where Taehyung patiently fed Jungkook pieces of fruit, because the magnate's hands were still full with props he had to hold. This drew a comment from a music producer passing by, who spontaneously said that the harmony between them was the reason BTS performances always felt so genuine and emotional. Production assistants also didn't hesitate to give praise. They noted how Taehyung and Jungkook always made sure each other had eaten and drunk enough before taking their own rest. Such deep care made the staff feel appreciated for working in an environment filled with warmth, not merely rigid professionalism. Maybe this is the secret to why they never truly look exhausted, said an electrical technician while rolling up thick cables. He noticed how Jungkook burst into laughter when Taehyung whispered something into his ear, a laugh that sounded pure and contagious, spreading happiness to everyone around them. However, behind the warmth felt by the staff at the filming location, there were still a handful of individuals who chose to turn a blind eye and spread hatred due to their inability to accept the reality of this closeness. It is truly unfortunate if such a pure and mutually strengthening love story has to be criticized with harsh words or baseless insults. It is time for everyone to learn to respect the privacy and life choices of others, especially for Taehyung and Jungkook, who have given so much inspiration to the world. Appreciating their happiness is not about being required to agree, but rather a sign of maturity, not judging sincere feelings that we may never fully understand. Leave your positive comments here. The best comment will be pinned as a way to honor their love. Thank you to everyone who continues to support this channel. May God reward all of your kindness. This video reflects my personal opinion and interpretation. It is made for entertainment purposes only and does not represent confirmed facts.